Alright, we're going to take a look here at selling websites online. Right now, FLIPPA is probably the best place online right now for auctions for websites. I say probably because I actually believe Sea-Doo is still better, but the difference is with Sea-Doo, you can't just start an online auction. If one of your projects is bid on, you can send it to auction, or you can apply for auction. They have specific auctions, but that's neither here nor now. We're talking about FLIPPA now, so you can see how many products are listed, how many bids. You know, it's pretty impressive. They've come onto the scene pretty fast, and they have some great technology here. They make it real simple. They've got a pretty nice buyer base. Basically, we just go to flippa.com, click on sell, and then put it in your website. So I'm going to just sell the simple little website that I created, raweating.com. I don't know if you saw the video where I bought it actually at an expired domain name auction. I actually paid probably too much money for it, but it gets some type in traffic. So basically we're just going to click right here, enter basic listing settings. So you want to obviously put the name of your domain name website and then some distinguishing features. Alright, so it gets type in. It's an established blog. It has over 500 subscribers. You're going to want to be able to prove everything you put on here. You're not going to want to lie about it. It's going to hurt you in the end. So you're going to want to take screenshots of some of your traffic stats, you know, maybe some of your website back-end administration panel pages, your user information, stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and do a 30-day auction here. So you can also set domain names on here. Oops, you can't use those characters, so let me fix that real quick. Also, FLIPPA is going to give you a way to see the value, I guess, basically, of your website. You can have a reserve, you know. I already wrote the descriptions here, but as you can see, I already got some stats. You know, went to SDBot, you know, got some traffic stats, cost per click stats. But like I said here, even if you don't want to sell your site, you can put a very high reserve and just see where the bids go to, or you can actually do like a store kind of auction where you just accept offers and you can see where you're at. You know, if you're not ready to sell it, you don't have to sell it, but you can at least see what people think it's worth. Website sales are very unique, and it's hard to actually judge a lot of times when you have these more micro sites, the value. It's usually whatever somebody's willing to pay for it. 1 month, you know, this site could sell for $100. Another month it could sell for $5,000. It really just depends. It's kind of a niche market here. Raw Eating. It's like a health food kind of blog I just threw up there. And I mean, I don't really have to do anything. Basically just install the WordPress. I don't know if you've seen the video or not, but there is a video on the site, and it gets type-in traffic. So it has 500 subscribers in less than 3 months. So we already entered our description there. You saw it, already typed it. Like I said, just be honest. How much traffic does it get? How many users do you have? Just features like that will stand out, so people can try to place a value to your website. You can see how quick this is here. It's going to actually give the buyers a lot of information here. See the registration date? That's not when I registered it, but that was when the site was first created. So it's not lying. The site's 10 years old. I just brought it back to life. As far as revenue goes here, you have to be able to verify all your revenue, and you can't do this with new sites that are 2 months or less. So I'm not even going to actually bother with the revenue here. The site through Google AdSense has made anywhere from $10 to $30 a month in revenue. And I actually have some affiliate sales where I send my subscribers the oh, it's my stupid dog. Shut up. Where I basically just send them email links through Commission Junction and other sites. And since I have 500 subscribers on there, I can send it to all of them. You know, it's got to be related to, you know, raw eating, healthy eating. So anyway, back on track here. And like I said, it gets revenue from the AdSense. It hasn't really been monetized, so I'm basically, like I said, I'm not going to claim any profits here because you have to be able to back everything up. So, like, it even grabbed the thumbnail for us there, which is kind of cool. So let's put in our traffic stats here. I'm going to pull this from my CDO traffic analysis. You also want to make sure you set up a Google Analytics account. That's real big for selling on here. You just do a Google search for Google Analytics and you sign up there. Gives you some great options on there. And so just grab the stats from there. I'm probably going to edit this listing here. I'm just trying to give a basic overview of how simple the FLIPPA process is without going into too much detail here. The other thing is it's a little expensive to sell on here. We're not going to be doing like, you know, eBay listings where it's like 50 cents, $1 to list an item. Websites are $19 to list, base fee, and there'll be commission and some upgrades you'll see in a minute. Basically just showing that, or explaining that traffic is organic. Type in, I'm not paying for any advertising, there's no marketing in place, just people are just hitting the site. So I mean that's a big plus there. Really don't care what this sells for. I don't even care if I lose money on this project here. I'm just making a video and I'm loading a website. I have so many websites at this point I really don't care. Most of my revenue now has shifted into reselling physical products anyway, and dropship and advertising and passive income. So I'm basically just gonna unload pretty much all my websites here. So I don't care. I mean, well, I get $400, big deal. Just less things for me to worry about. So, whoops. Not even paying attention to what I'm doing here. You can also put a buy it now price in there, as you see. If you have a PayPal account, you do a search for IPN, you can get that. Alright, so we got to verify the site ownership. Real simple. We can either add a meta tag or upload a file. Neither one should be any difficulty to you. We'll just do upload a file. I'm going to download this file, and it's just a text file with, you know, a string in it, and you just upload it. You can use free FTP site. Core FTP is one of them. If you do a search on that and FTP to your website, I'm sure you know how to use FTP anyway, but or access your website I know, or you can use secure shell, you know, tell them that, and you can copy and paste, but put it in your root directory for your sites. And so this process is real quick. Just upload the file, blah blah blah. Come on, what am I doing? Okay, well there's a look at the site. As you can tell, I recorded the video without audio originally, so I'm trying to remember what exactly I was doing here. But apparently we're looking at the site. We probably should look at that first. There's the string. That was the file that we uploaded from FLIPPA. And I'm still showing it to you for some reason. Okay, there we go. Verify. And the process was instantaneous. Like it takes a while. They go 100%. That's all we would have to do to list a basic listing here. Add verified Google Analytics, like I was talking about. So as you can see here, we'll go ahead and do this real quick. Um, they give you the address of who to send it to and the subject. And what you're going to do is basically send a PDF file to FLIPPA, and their instructions are right on here. Like I said, this site is great. They give you a real good overview of how to accomplish selling your website here. Lots of help. And this base is going to give any potential buyers more confidence in your stats, because anybody could be like, oh, I receive 5,000 hits a day. Of course, if your Alexa rating isn't even close to that, people aren't going to believe you. But regardless, you could still be using auto surfs and traffic exchanges and getting cheap traffic in there. This way they'll be able to actually see where this traffic is coming from. And buyers are going to be very timid, spending a lot of money if you have these ridiculous stats that you can't back up. This basically is legitimizing our information here. So as you can see, we're in the analytics here, just filling out the basic information. It's real simple. I hate these stupid word verification things. I can't even barely read the thing. Let's see. Did we get it? Alright. So we sent that over, so that's now going to post on our listing, so now people can see that. We don't even need to, take a snapshot of it or anything else. It'll be right in our listing. Like I said, that is huge. If you're going to sell your website and you have traffic, you better add that, because people aren't going to take you seriously if you don't. So let's just run through. You can see here we got financial details, traffic details, your site age, claim traffic. You can edit the listing. You can do all this stuff. You can see how many people are watching it, how many people have viewed it. There'll be further ways to promote it. Let's see. What am I typing here? It's just, and when I bought this domain name, I parked it in the video after we purchased it, and I forwarded it to several different websites and affiliate links. So that's why it's only got 3 months worth of stats here and website. I paid $265, I believe, something like that, for the domain name. We got it at NameJet, and I already made my money back on it. With pay-per-click, domain parking, and forwarding to affiliate site. I actually forwarded it to a Commission Junction link, and made over $300 in the first 2 weeks off of it. So, like I said, it's all free and clear now. I'm just basically dumping it. I just don't. I could hold on to it, get a ton more users and everything else and sell for a lot more money. But I'm just trying to liquidate now. Like I said, I have hundreds of domain names and so many websites, and I just can't keep track of them all. I mean, there's just no point. Here we're going to actually add some tags to the listing. So that way people searching on the site and RSS feeds and other things that they have coming from FLIPPA will have a best chance of finding it. So we got diet, blog, AdSense, WordPress. Very simple. Let's see. So you can set your payment options, monetize methods. You see up top there. Is your content and design unique? Ours is not, and most likely yours won't be either, unless you actually design the website yourself or paid somebody to build it for you. So there we go. We got a pretty basic listing here. The other thing is the time up there. See, start in how many hours. I believe it was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when I was doing this, and it's probably not the best time to be listing it for North America. Not too many buyers going to be on at that time when it ends, so I want it to end around 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. At least that way it'll be during the day. So here we go. We have some promotion methods. This is upgrades. I'm going to actually do highlight it in bold here. Basically just another way to make our website stand out. These fees might look expensive, and obviously the tweet listing, the followers up there for $80. If you have a website that you plan on selling for thousands of dollars, go for it. They have a huge base. But otherwise, these two things down here give you a little edge. And if you have a website you're trying to sell for like $50 or something, don't even waste your time. So you can see right here the fees. At least you want a couple $100 website here, and they don't even have to be established. You can just buy a domain name, slap up a blog, slap up a forum, install OS Commerce and sell it as a turnkey site. And there'll be lots of buyers that will be interested in that because they don't know how to make their own website. So by you doing that work for them, they're going to pay you a premium for it. So keep that in mind. You don't have to sell established sites on here. Whereas on CDO and Afternic and a lot of the other ones, you actually have to have established websites. So that's another key here. As you can see, it's going to be $29, and it's going to be a 30-day auction. So we got that set up here, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Our listing will go up, and as soon as I listed this, actually, like I said, this was not live. I had 2 bidders. It hasn't sold yet. It's only been a couple days, but just a couple extra things to add in there. Your traffic range, your search overview. 100,000 searches for the term raw eating. We got the cost per click, their average. Just some more incentives. You can add a lot more stuff than that. Like I said, screenshots. I'm actually going to edit this. I don't know if I show that or not. Where on my site I actually have a link to more pictures where you can actually see that I have 500 some subscribers, the layout of the blog, what's installed, because people want to know what they're getting into. So you're going to want to put that on there too. Like I said, if you have Windows 7, I think even on Vista, there's a tool called Snippet. If you do a search for it under accessories, it's like accessories, tools or something. It's called Snippet, and you can basically just grab any image on your screen and save it. You're basically cutting it out, so that way you can make a little image for them and basically prove your stats and just show them, get a feel for what they're getting into. This is a lot different than selling, an antique. This is something people are going to have to come in and be able to run and keep track of. What am I doing here? Well, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm not really sure what else I'm doing here. I think I sell another site, but you got the gist of it, how simple it is. Like I said, established or new sites, this is the place to do it, man. So let's go ahead and wrap this up here. But I hope that was helpful, and I guess it's running again. So thanks for your time. I hope you make some money.